I come outside to give you guys this word, and I wasn't really sure what it was. I just knew that the Lord told me to go outside. And when I begin to sit down at the tables that I'm so used to sitting at, when I give you a word, or I read, or I write, something inside of me said, don't go sit over there, and I remembered why. I'm a girl that loves spiders. I love rotten spiders, I love big spiders, I love weird spiders. But we have a spider in the south that's called the Juro spider. I've told you about this before. If you don't know what a Juro spider is, it essentially looks just like a riding spider, but it can get birds in its web. It can get larger things in its web. And although it wouldn't kill you if it bit you, it would make you pretty sick. But in the daytime, you can't see any of them. It's invisible. You can't see any of it until it gets to be a little dusk and they're no longer reflecting the light, and you can start to see elements of their web, especially when it's damp or especially when it rains. And so I come and I sit where it was safe, down beneath the Juro spiders that you can't see. But there's one here, here, behind it, here, over there, over there, over there. I could keep going. But it reminded me of the story of Elisha. And I really felt the need to remind you as I got here that there are more of us than there are of them. I know that this world is a wicked place. But the light and the dark live together because there is actually no darkness if you think about it. The darkness is light to him, the Bible says. That doesn't mean there's not an evil world. That doesn't mean that things aren't dark. It just means that when the light is around, light has to exist on its own. Darkness can only exist where there's an absence of light, a void. So don't be a void. I want to read you these verses out of 2 Kings 6. So let me set this story up. So Elisha's getting ready to fight an army that is way bigger than his. And everyone is afraid, and it's very adamant that there's so much more of them, and they're angry and they're mad, just like a demon ought to be. And he looks at his men and he says, "Fear not, for there are more of us than there are of them." But Elisha had spiritual eyes, he had visions, and he saw chariots of fire coming to their aid from heaven. And Elisha prayed because he knew he couldn't talk them down or hype them up or be their hype man on the side saying it's going to be okay. They needed to know that it come from heaven. They needed to see for themselves. So Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, I pray thee, open their eyes that they may see." And the Lord opened the eyes of the young men. And he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots and fire around Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, "Smite these people, I pray thee, with blindness." And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. One vision could change your life. One turning to your neighbor and saying, "I feel the presence of the Lord in this place," or "I pray that your eyes be open," or "there's more of us than there are of them," could change somebody's life, the course of their life, because you don't know what they're going through. Just like I had the wisdom to sit down and not walk into these webs. It's not just because I see things physically, it's because I see things spiritually. And I'm so thankful that the Lord lets me see that. He keeps me from harm. He keeps me from danger. He goes ahead of me all of my days. And he's going to do the same thing for you. And I don't know. Hello, Crow. Hello, birds. I don't know what you're going through right now. But let all creation cry out and be a little bit of a confirmation to you that I pray that your eyes be opened. I pray that you're able to see that you're not alone. I pray that you know that the Lord is surrounding everything that you're afraid of. And I pray that as you go forward that you would know that the Lord is with you and you do not fight alone.